every time I make a beat, I always enjoy the process. I always make sure I'm enjoying the process. If I'm not enjoying it, then I feel like no one else is going to enjoy it. So I always make sure I enjoy the process as much as possible. Hi, my name is Femi, and I always make good music. Here are a few tips I've picked up over the years as a music producer, bass player, and a musician generally, that has helped me to really make good music every time. That has helped me stay creative, be creative, and create amazing music every time. Don't overthink, just do it. A lot of times we find ourselves overthinking the process. Maybe after you finish mixing a beat and you want to send it out for placement, or you want to put it on your YouTube channel to sell, you find yourself overthinking. Did I do this beat right? Is the mix good? How is the low end? How is this? How is that? Oh my god, my beat is trash. Oh my god, no one's ever going to buy my beat. And really, you're just in your way. Don't overthink. Especially when you are creating the beat, don't overthink. Just open your door, get into it, and just start making music. I mean, at the end of the day, the ideas that are the most spontaneous are the ones that really travel far and wide, really. I will stay all night. Collaborate, use loops. When I first started out as a music producer, I felt it was a crime to use loops or to use percussive loops or to use melodic, to use samples. I used to feel like I was a fraud. But fast forward to this year, now I use loops every time. There's literally no beat I've made this year that did not have maybe a percussive loop or a sample, a melodic sample, or a guitar sample, or a old drum loop. It's creativity, and it really helps me unlock a side of my creative process that I never thought I could. When you collaborate, it helps you spark ideas that you never thought that you would have by yourself. I would advise that you collaborate with a producer, with another producer, or a musician. But in case you cannot do that, there are other things you can do. You can use loops. That is also a form of collaboration. You can use loops to, you can listen to loops and add your own ideas. Let the loops spark up new ideas in you that you never thought that you could. If you were by yourself, you might not really, spark up that idea by yourself. But working with samples, with all these things are tools. They are vehicles to help you unlock certain parts of your creative process that you never thought that you could have. Feel free, don't feel guilty using loops. You're not a fraud. Allow yourself to enjoy the process. As a creative person and as a musician, I believe that if you're not making music that you enjoy, then you should stop. Yes, if you're not making music that you really enjoy, then I don't know what it is you're doing. You should always enjoy what you do. Every time I make a beat, I always enjoy the process. I always make sure I'm enjoying the process. If I'm not enjoying it, then I feel like no one else is going to enjoy it. So I always make sure I enjoy the process as much as possible. Enjoying the process is a very vital part of making good music every time, if not the most important. Because if you're not enjoying something, how else do you expect someone to enjoy it? If you feel like your beats are boring, then take a step back, take a break. Sometimes I feel like breaks are very important. Take a break and listen to the music again, and you can approach the music from another angle. You can change the progression, you can change the groove, you can change the rhythm, you can start all over. I feel like you should always make sure that you're enjoying what you're creating, because if you don't enjoy it, I don't expect another person to enjoy it really. I don't try to decide what direction a beat is going to take. Every time I make a beat and I open my door, is a blank canvas. Most times I start with my drums. So when I start with my drums, whatever I have made at the moment is going to tell me what I'm going to do next. Getting to that level as a creative has been so helpful. For example, if I create a drum loop, the drum loop itself is going to tell me how the bass line is going to sound like. Then the bass line is going to tell me what chord to use. Allow the music take you to where it wants to take you. A lot of times you just need to just listen to the music. Learn to listen to the music. Listen to, for example, if you lay down a chord, let the chord is going to tell you what the bass line is, of course. Then from the bass line, it will tell you how the drum loop is going to sound. From there, I started out as a bass player in 2012, and it has been life-changing ever since. I wanted to do more, so I got into music production in 2018. I felt like I was more than a bass player, so I went into music production in 2018. Yep. The way I approach rhythms, the way I approach grooves is different because I'm a bass player from the jump before I became a music producer. The idea of good is relative. The fact that you sat down to make music that you like, that you enjoyed, that you did not overthink, that you totally enjoyed, it means in itself that is a good thing, yeah? So at the end of the day, good is relative. Don't let self-doubt and overthinking make you not put out music into the world. The world needs to hear your music. The world needs to hear your sound. This is why I always make good beats. I hope you have been able to find a bit of value from everything that I've said. If you really enjoyed the video, please subscribe, please like, please share, please. This is my first video, so I'm trying to get to thank you before the end of the year. I know, right? But I know it's possible. So please like, please subscribe. Subscribe now. Alright, until next time. Bedu.